Our time in Africa has come to an end. It's been a truly memorable experience, but we have to begin the long journey back. From Namibia to Cape Town, then to the United States. It was all going great, until suddenly it wasn't.
So we landed in Washington DC as planned, and then for the first time ever we got pulled aside at customs. And funnily enough, we didn't even realise we were being pulled aside. The lady of few words who was checking our passports put them all in a box, handed them to me and said, go to that guy. So we did, and he said, okay, go there. And before we knew it, we're in a back room going, what are we doing here and where are our bags? Yeah, so finally we managed to talk to a guy on a desk, and he explained that we needed to be further interviewed. So then the long wait began.
So while Bronwyn and the kids waited in the cheap plastic seating, I was pulled up to a desk and given a fairly thorough second interview. We were allowed back into America, and only with just enough time in order to make our connecting flight, hence all the running. But one thing was pretty clear after that interview, things were not going to be the same for us anymore. After our recent travels and our customs experience, we could all use some recovery time. What are we thankful for? Just to be let back in is a huge blessing. We're so grateful for our first pet sit. It's our longest ever, 7 weeks in a lovely big home in Austin. To better make sense of our brush with immigration, it probably helps to understand how it is we get into America at all. We use the visa waiver program, so for a period of 2 years, you're allowed to come in multiple times for up to 90 days in any one trip. After 90 days, you have to leave America, and not just a border skip like into Canada or Mexico. You've got to leave at least one country further than that. And when you come in, you've got to be able to show that you've got onwards tickets and the means to support yourself. You can't earn any American dollars, but that's about it. It's a pretty good deal if you want to come and see America.
And that's what we've been doing. The first time we skipped out to France for 2 or 3 weeks, which was really exciting. Second time we went and spent 3 months in Paraguay. Fantastic, loved it. And then we've been to Italy, London on another trip, and more recently down to Africa.
So in our immigration interview, this was what the customs officer went through with a fine-tooth comb. Our income, our means of supporting ourselves, whether we'd earned any American dollars at all, how it was our children were out of school for so long, what I did for work, where we kept our money, everything was on the table. And so we went through all of this for, it must have been at least an hour.
At least an hour.
By the end of it, I could prove that we had kept every single agreement, we hadn't broken any rules, and the customs officer was actually happy with that, which is the only reason we got back into America at all. Because for a lot of this interview, it was pretty clear that that wasn't necessarily going to happen. But he had to say, look, honestly, if you try coming into America next time on the visa waiver program, you're going to get turned away.
And apparently, what it boils down to is being abnormal. That was the word he used. Who knew? The curious family.
Either way, I think he was telling the truth. If we try again, they're not going to let us back in. For now, we're making the most of being here. We did Christmas, New Year's, and the January 1st polar plunge in Barton Springs.
First of the 1st, 2026. It's like 23 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure where the polar is, but we will plunge. It's gonna be... How's your polar swim?
it wasn't actually that cold to start with, but after being in there for a while, I'm feeling very polar.
So it turns out immigration interpret the meaning of the visa waiver program differently to us. We saw a bunch of rules, and if you meet all of these rules, then you're allowed to come and go. Apparently not. Apparently we're coming in too many times and staying for too long to what was intended by the program.
Even though we've read the fine print a number of times, it really is hugely open to interpretation. There is nowhere that says how long you must leave for before you come back in, but apparently if there's a pattern of coming back in again, multiple trips on a 2-year waiver, that sounds like coming back in again to me. Well, apparently that causes a red flag. Who knew?
We were here when it snowed.
We didn't have any toboggans, but Lauren had a great idea. Sliding on a piece of ice. It is so much smoother than any toboggan.
Show us.
Alright.
And we got to look after lovely homes and pets, including snakes. And Kayla and Lauren were baptised at the same church as Jaden was, also in the Texas-style horse trough. Love it.
And race with him in New York. We are leaving America tomorrow, and there's a whole lot of sadness around this, but we're gonna go to Europe, which is super exciting, and we're gonna reassess, look at how we can get back in. Is there a visa we could possibly get? I mean, we would love to work here. We just haven't been because we've been obeying the rules.
And to be honest, there's a whole lot of countries out there. We could just keep on traveling, keep doing this, but in different places.
And we would love that. I mean, that would be amazing.
But we feel called to be here in America. Like, our whole journey began with God telling both Bronwyn and I that we needed to go to America. And so that's really what this is all about for us.
We're not here for McDonald's, honest.
We're gonna leave knowing we really have no way to get back in. And we kind of feel like we're gonna get back in somehow because this is a God thing and we're not in control. I have no idea how that's gonna happen.
But we'd love it if it did happen.
Yeah, so I guess this is living by faith.
Yeah, and it's not easy. It's really not. I mean, abnormal. Who knew?